Hello and welcome. I'm Darren. Today is the big day. Today is the day of FSR4 in Cyberpunk for those like me that have no want or care to use Optiscaler. And here we are. And I'm going to say, it looks good. This is what was needed. Very happy. So for those that know, we are at Andrews Bush, and the amazing thing is, at Andrews Bush, we are running at performance level upscale. And take a look at that bush. The bush is crisp, it's clean, it's not blurry, it's not flickering. Beautiful looking bush. So I'm pretty impressed. We'll go through the settings in a minute. We are at 4K because realistically, when you've got a good upscaler, 4K is a good resolution to be at, because upscaling works best at 4K and you get more opportunities, and it kind of remains looking pretty good because it's got more information to go from. So let's check it out. What we got? Yeah, as you can see, running at 4K. We're not doing any type of screen cap. In terms of graphics, so we are, as you can see, here it is. FSR4, it's in the menu. At performance level. It defaults at 0. I did raise the sharpness a little bit. I did find it looked... I might change this during the day. I had a little quick look before I started doing this video, and in kind of the night zone, I got the feeling as I was moving, it kind of looked maybe a little bit blurry. Or, I don't know if blurry is the word for it. It began to look a bit soft when I was kind of just walking forwards. So I kind of put it to 20, and that seemed alright. Maybe tinker around with it. I haven't tinkered around with it. I haven't actually checked this out in the daytime. I haven't actually checked it out a lot. I loaded up the game just to check that it was working, and I had a quick look to see how far I could push it. I'd probably say this is about as far as I could push it. So we are using frame generation. It is enabled. Turning it on or off means a game restarts, and we're not going to do that, but I mean, you can probably figure out what the FPS is, because FSR3 tends to pretty much double your FPS, so I'll let you figure it out, or there'll be plenty of other videos that will probably already out. If not, they will be by tomorrow. So we are running frame generation. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to be using an upscaler at performance level, you're probably not going to be shy of using a bit of frame generation as well. I think at that point you've generally decided that native is game over, so you might as well just go full tinfoil hat and, you know, go with it, go with the craze. So we are using ray tracing, which is all turned on. What we're not doing is, oh god, I'm not used to using a joypad. So path tracing is off. We've got ray tracing on Psycho. Everything else is maxed out. We're using the default field of view. Oh shit, that could be a game changer. Maybe that's why it was going soft on movement. That filthy motion blur. Okay. That might change something. I mean, to be fair, I don't think it looked over sharpened with it at 20 anyway. I don't know if it made much difference, but that might just change a few little bits. So there's depth of field on as well. It's turned all this nasty shit on. I didn't even notice that. Alright, let's just turn all of that off. Okay, that might make a bit of a difference. So everything else is maxed out. We're using screen space at Psycho. I'm guessing that actually disables. Screen space reflections. I'm going to assume once you've got RT enabled, that disables anyway. I don't know. that's kind of pushing my knowledge out the window. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me for being dumb. So yes, we are not using path tracing. We will take a look at path tracing in a minute. Let me just see if that kind of... I reckon it's motion blur. I reckon it was motion blur. That's fine. This doesn't look over sharpened to me. I reckon it was motion blur. As I was running forward, the screen was going a little bit blurry. So that's handy. I'm glad I saw that, because if not, I'd have done the whole bloody video and not noticed. Hello person, can I just take a look at you? People look like actual people now, which is incredible. With FSR or whatever was in the game, 3, 2, I don't know what it was, at performance, oh my god. Even at 4K, it looked like 320p at best. It looked like a, I don't know, original Xbox 360 game. Bro's got a gimp mask on. And he's looking pretty dodgy in tight pants. So, you have to excuse, I do have a bit of hay fever. This looks like, yeah, night and day. Full RT at 4K. Yes, we're using frame generation. Yes, we're using FSR4 at performance upscale. Do we care? No, we do not give a toss. Because I do similar kind of settings on the NVIDIA GPUs anyway. I mean, the one thing I will say is I don't know if this is down to ray reconstruction. I think ray reconstruction does make quite a bit of a difference. So we will wait and see what AMD can do to combat that. But when we turn off path tracing, or certainly when I tried path tracing before, it didn't look very good. It, like, the whole thing just crashed and burned a little bit. I think we're going to go somewhere else. Get somewhere else a little bit more scenic, if I can remember exactly what I need to do to get a vehicle. Yeah, let's get here. Let's get in the car. Where is it? There it be. How do we get in the car? Shit, I've got my sword up. Got in the car, got in the wrong side. Because we drive on the stupid wrong side of the car in this game. So, let's go and have a look. As far as running wise, it's running relatively smooth apart from, well, certainly when I tried it before, every now and then there's a bit of a kind of large-ish stutter, but it's only one, and it's only randomly now and every then. Other than that, the frame time graph looks super smooth. The big stutter doesn't bother me at all. I suppose it looks... Where am I going? I don't think I've ever driven out on this part. Does this go around? The sea looks like it's doing something a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. And the fence on this type of movement, I suppose the trees do look a little bit kind of... No, we can't drive all the way around in this. So... Sea's got a bit of a strange film grain thing to it. Is what it is. I suppose on movement, it's not entirely stable, but it's not bad. Bit of ghosting. So the characters, as I was driving past them, looked like they were ghosting a little bit. The fence looks a bit unstable. Let's just get out to the sea. I don't want to feel like I'm going crazy picky, because it's one of those games where it's never absolutely perfect, and no matter what you're trying to do, you're always going to be, if you want to run full RT or you know, if you're pushing the limits of graphics in this game, you're going to have to make a few little sacrifices if you want all the ray tracing. I think it looks good with all the ray tracing, so And we're at a decent frame rate. Yes, we're using frame generation, but this game feels pretty good using frame generation, so I don't have a problem with that. So as far as it goes, you can't deny the difference in this from what was available beforehand is huge. Huge. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I nearly swore on my video. So let's just have a little cruise around. There's some trees over. It's got a kind of weird popping on this game, so that makes it a little bit awkward because the trees are kind of like blobs until you get to a certain distance, but everything kind of looks alright there. Oops. I'm not actually concentrating on where I'm driving. I'm not. Oh shit, we're back here again. That didn't work out. Let's go to the big fish. How's the big fish looking? I guess the big fish look alright. Looks fine to me. Might look different at native. Don't care. Not playing it at native. Doesn't really bother me. Oh shit. Shit. I haven't played this game in so long. It's pretty hard to get used to. Not gonna lie. I'm used to a steering wheel when I'm driving cars. We'll get somewhere and then I'll kind of show you the issue if we turn on path tracing. I think it's too much to expect, so it's not a big deal. Let's actually get out and have a little look just to see what this foliage looks like. How do I get out? Oh shit. Shit, not that. How do I get out? How do I get out? Out, car. Out. Out. Exit. Hold down B. Here we go. I suppose on movement it does break up a little bit, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, if we go to... to be fair, it's a massive difference. I think those trees look actually pretty damn good. See, to be fair, with FSR4 Transformer, they are a little bit... With FSR... DLSS Transformer, I apologise. DLSS Transformer, I think, tries to pick up more detail, so it picks up very, very fine lines. I'd say FSR4 is trying to do the same thing, so some of the finest details it picks up, where normally they wouldn't even exist, they do tend to kind of flicker a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad thing. I'd say that's... It's trying to pull out the detail, and it's trying to pull out very fine detail. So it's doing the best it can. The character models... The fuck is wrong with her? I'll stop drinking. Oh, she's choking. Here. I'll give you a whack in the back. Boost. Shit, that wasn't what I was supposed to do. I kind of sorted her. Here, come back. If I cut you open, I can get whatever that is that you were choking on out. I can do that for you. That's fucking awesome. I thought I was going to give her a little love tap in the back of the head. I didn't expect to pull my sword out. Okay, so after that brutality, let's have a little look. The floor seems to be holding up pretty well, I'd say. Hi, policeman. That was not me. It was someone else. I'm not going anywhere near people drinking in case I have to use my samurai Heimlich maneuver. That looks good. That looks very good. I mean, even moving side to side, it holds up quite well. But stood still. I mean, this is a performance upscale. The writing is writing. I could read it. I'm not going to read it out to you, but I can read it. You can probably read it yourself. So that's impressive. This looks good. This is probably an area, like, let's try path tracing, and I'll show you. Or, I did have film grain on and motion blur before. That could have been a contributing factor, and it was night. So let's have a look. The cars look very good. They're all holding their detail. Like I said, with the last FSR, oh my god, they look terrible. They just look like blobs on wheels that were like leaving massive smears. You can see they still got a little bit of a kind of smeary ghosting kind of thing going on. The same thing happens with DLSS. The new ray reconstruction on that did clear it up a little bit. It did make it a little bit better. Obviously, we don't have a ray reconstruction going at the moment. I can't remember if that's actually only something that works with path tracing anyway. I'm not sure. My knowledge is lacking again. So you've got a pretty good idea of what we're looking like at the moment. Let's go to, well, I'll tell you what, we'll go the opposite end first. Let's go to, just to have a look. Let's go to quality, which would be, you know, a few steps up effectively in visual quality. We're not going to move around too much. Obviously, you can tell we're using frame gen at the moment, so we've got a kind of low frame rate here. We're probably only going to be about 40 FPS probably. So not really something that you're going to want to activate, but it's not that bad. You could do if you wanted to. I don't think visually there is a huge gain here by going up to quality. So I would happily play this at performance. Performance works well enough. You could go balanced, obviously, find somewhere in between. This didn't suddenly make a massive difference in image fidelity. Certainly to me. It might be a little bit more stable in certain things. I think the floor still has, with these zigzags going down it, they're still a bit zigzaggy. Something kind of going on. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can kind of have a good look at a character. You're right, dude. You're not going to skits out. Let's have a look if he changes much by going to performance. Unless I put them side by side, I don't know. It still looks pretty good to me. I'm still like, it's not like his tats have disappeared and his stubble's still there, and I've got an honest job. Huh. So something kind of a little bit freaky just happened. Might have been because of that smoke. It might be frame gen. It's annoying. I don't want to restart the game, so I don't really want to turn frame gen off. She looked a little bit, that female character looked a little bit flicky as I kind of panned past her then, but that's nitpicking. I'd play the game and probably ignore that a fair bit. So, where was that tunnel I was going to walk up? The path trace tunnel. Bollocks. Where was I? Not there. How's the reflections looking? I haven't got one. Hold up.
Don't make me mad.
Why haven't I got a reflection? I never realised that. Do you not have a reflection in this game? So, this would be a decent path traced area. So, this all looks here. Let's go with this image. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty crisp. Looks pretty clean. There's a little bit of ghosting. You can see that person behind their feet that just walked past. It does that with DLSS. And you can kind of make it out on those people over there a little bit behind their feet. If you kind of look at their feet, it leaves like smears. See this smeary smears? DLSS isn't perfect at that. A little bit you can see those people over there. But other than that, like, if obviously this is running on the 9070 XT. This is the settings that I'd play this game at. I'd play it like this. So let's go path traced, which I believe is one bridge too far. So put you on path tracing in photo mode. I mean, it's not going to make any difference, is it? But yeah, let's go with that. Right. Okay. And then still on performance, FSR4. Everything else is remained cranked to the max. And then it starts to go a little bit more funky. So I don't think this looks as bad as when I tried it before at night. You can see now people are definitely, there's a lot more smearing going on. And it's kind of, everything's got a little bit softer. It's not bad. You don't have the like, you got to remember we're using frame generation and we're at 60 FPS. So what it would be without, I don't know. But I don't think this is how I'd play it. I mean, admittedly, when I was running it before at night, it did look a lot more smeary than this. I did have motion blur on, and I did have the film grain and whatever else on, and that might have contributed to it. But as far as it goes, I don't think we've got the performance really to push path tracing. I'm not bothered by that. It's a very hard push. I'll run it with path tracing on the 4080, but it's at a push, like a real push. You're using frame gen, you're using transformer DLSS at performance, and you don't have, I mean, realistically doing that, I think the frame rate for that is around about 80, but DLSS frame gen doesn't give a performance increase like FSR does, so you've still got kind of around about a 60 FPS before using frame generation. So obviously there's still a bit of performance to be had on the video when you've been path tracing, but I mean, RT Psycho in this, it looks good. I'm happy to play it without path tracing. I think that is just, if you wanted to, you could go for it. I mean, I don't know, obviously 1440p, I don't know how far you can really put. I mean, I've got a 1440p monitor. I could try it if anyone's really that interested. I could run it, do a video of it running on 1440p monitor. Could try it. I don't know. I mean, obviously, using upscaling at anything like performance at 1440p is not going to look anywhere near as good as performance at 4K. I think I'd rather go for the fidelity of 4K and just ignore the path tracing until, you know, if obviously AMD, because this now just looks a lot sharper, if AMD obviously gets some sort of you know, their own version of array reconstruction, that might change. But yeah, this definitely looks a lot crisper and a lot cleaner. Just at, I mean, I say just at, we use full RT here at 4K, so it's pretty impressive. We are obviously doing a screen recapture on OBS as well, which does take up some performance. So you know, we could be losing up to 10 FPS. Normally between, you know, it's normally somewhere between 6 and 10 FPS that we're going to lose in performance running on this screen capture. So, you know, you could say at the moment we might be close. We're probably closer to 120 than what the what we've got running right now. So I'm impressed. Definitely, there's competition now. AMD, apart from whatever is happening on his t-shirt, which is a little bit funky. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's only when you're a certain distance. This distance. Wonder if I can stay in the zone of it. No, it's not doing it now. There. Come on, stay in the zone. No. Weird. Oh, his is doing it as well. So they're all doing it? These are different colours. Oh yeah, they all do it, look. I wonder what's doing that then. That's interesting. Okay, so we found a little bit of a problem, but I don't think that's much. Just don't walk at that exact. I wonder if his does it. No. No. His isn't doing it. Interesting. But yeah, I'm impressed. I think it looks good. It's taken a long time, but I'd definitely say this is a, you know, it's a very welcome addition for AMD. It's a definite huge improvement. I can do a video. I don't have one. I never keep my footage because I don't have hard drive space available to just keep tons and tons of footage. When you're doing these type of recordings, like what I'm recording here for nearly half an hour, this will probably be like a 40 gig recording because I'm recording it at high settings at 4K. So you can imagine once you've got a few videos, you're at 200 gig quite easily. So I don't keep my footage. So I can run a DLSS4 versus FSR4, run them alongside. You can check it out. It is breaking up a little bit on that. So I think this sidewalk's awkward because that shape, that zigzag in it is a nightmare. It's probably really struggled, to be fair, at native. So the sidewalk over there is kind of very busy. There's a lot going on over there. If we put it to quality, we'll have a quick look and then we're going to end it there. But I don't know, let's just go to quality and see if that changes it much. Oh shit, I suppose we could try native AA. Is there actually an FSR AA? God, come on. No. Let's just quick try that then. Oh shit, come on. Oh, I think I've killed it. Yeah, that's when you're pushing frame gen from probably about 8 FPS. Let's not do that. I can't turn frame gen off because I'll have to restart. Shit, I keep pressing the wrong menu button as well. Quick, before it crashes. Let's not do that. It was still doing it, but that might have been because it was just a horrendously low frame rate. It's still very... Yeah. I'd imagine even if I was a native, it would probably still do that. So I don't think that's really something that I can blame on FSR doing that. We can try it. If I end this video here, we can try it at DLSS and see if it's kind of... Obviously that sidewalk over there is kind of moving around a lot. I think it will. I don't think you're going to get away from that. But other than that, very impressive. Let's have a look. There's quite a lot of detail going on in that image there. There's a lot of shapes going on. Let's just go back to where we were at performance and check that out. It looks pretty good to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of stuff holding up. Like, there's no way, absolutely no way in hell you would have been able to see the police caution writing across the back of that police car with FSR4 or 3 performance. Not a chance in hell. When you look at it directly, it kind of goes a little bit funny, but when you're off angle, it's fine. Like, that's staying, for an upscaler, that's pretty impressive. Certainly down the side of the car as well. Obviously, the police writing down the door and down the wing, NCPT, you know, that looks pretty good. Those windows up there, a lot of that would normally be shimmering like hell. Looks fine. These tree branches look clean. Something's getting a little bit funky on up there. I don't know what's causing that. It might be. Let's have a quick look. That's doing it quality as well. Or is it? Huh, that's weird. It was doing it and then it's like it just... I don't know. Okay, so it's doing it there. I don't know. Again, I think I might obviously try DLSS, and we'll try it in this area, and we'll just see if that road... What are we on? Oh, we're on quality right now, aren't we? So if we go back to performance... Oh, shit. No, that's alright, it's not going to hurt it. Let's go back to performance. And we'll just see if those issues are the same with DLSS. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. Like I said, it's never perfect. You can kind of see on that building where it's trying to... Are those supposed to be prominent or not? Yes, I guess they are. Fine lines though. I mean, that's hard to replicate. Oh god, sun's just come out. Or has it? What the is going on? Sun's coming around those buildings, I guess. So, yeah. I'm impressed. I think it looks very good. There's a couple of weird things going on, like with the thing on the back of that guy's shirt was maybe a little bit weird. That might happen again. Might check that out. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a video tomorrow just to see if there's a couple of these same things that happen, or if it's maybe an issue with either FrameGen, FSR FrameGen, or FSR4. But for the most part, I'd play it like how this is. Way enjoyable now. Massive improvement. I'm impressed. So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's been a long time coming. Who's to blame for that? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not getting into the computer politics. You can blame CDPR, can blame AMD, can blame NVIDIA. NVIDIA kind of takes the blame for anything that's got to do with ray tracing, whatever. I'm not bothered. But it's here now, and it looks good. And to be fair, I've never finished this game. I've got a lot to go on this game, and I'd happily play it like this now on the AMD. And to be fair, before this, there's no chance I would have played it on AMD. I would have 100% played it on the NVIDIA system. With this looking like this, I'd play it like this. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I have to go and play it on the NVIDIA system now, because this looks pretty good. It still does look, obviously, on the NVIDIA system I can push it to path trace, and we've got ray reconstruction. So it does still look better on the NVIDIA system, and I can push it a bit further. But it's not a million miles away anymore, and it was a million miles away, and now it's pretty close. And this looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.